What's going on, guys? My name is Garrett, and today we're doing Squadcast episode 41 with Mr. Boss for the win.
Hello.
And the Saints fan.
What's up?
Now, if you're new to our channel and have no idea what the Squadcast is, it's our weekly podcast we do every single Saturday where we discuss gaming news specifically, normally only to GTA 5 and GTA Online, but sometimes we switch it up here and there. And this week's topics include the Heist trailer and everything that was announced with that, and the brand new Christmas DLC, or the festive surprise that Rockstar recently released. And we're going to be talking about the things involved in that DLC as well. And lastly, the Speak Pipe, where you guys submit the questions and we have the answers, and you guys do it over voice, and you guys will hear that at the end. So let's jump right into the first topic. But before we do that, we do have a huge announcement we want to talk to you guys about in regards to Heists and how we have taken the feedback you have given us in regards to creating our own, I guess, shirt. And Ross, do you want to dive into that real quick?
Yeah, basically about a month ago, we created a series called The Heist Life, which was our way of preparing for Rockstar releasing Heists. And now that Heists have actually been announced, we have created the first exclusive limited edition Heist Life shirts and hoodies, which are pretty freaking epic. The design is amazing.
Yeah, it came out really, really good. And we use a lot of feedback that you guys gave us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And so far, for those of you that have seen it, you have absolutely loved it. And we are very happy to be releasing this limited edition and limited time shirt that will be only going on for a few weeks, I believe, like 2 weeks or so.
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys miss it, you miss it. It's one of those like very limited time things. And since Christmas is right around the corner, you guys can ask your parents or try to get it for Christmas while it's in supply, because once it's over, it is over.
Do you want to tell everyone where they can get it, what the URL is?
Yeah, it's going to be teespring.com/heistlife. The link will be down in the description. You guys are more than welcome to go click it. Tell your parents, tell your friends. If you guys do enjoy the Heist Life series or are excited for Heist DLC, this is a perfect shirt to wear once we do get Heist in the, very soon. It's coming next year. So anything you want to say before we move on, Austin?
No, I mean, it's a cool design.
It's a great looking
colors.
design.
Yeah, and then hopefully if you guys really do love it, we'll be doing more of these like exclusive t-shirts, because they're definitely awesome. So yeah, hope you guys check it out.
Yep, so with that, let's jump right into the information that Rockstar recently announced in regards to the Heist trailer and all the content surrounding the Heist DLC. Now, personally, I'm hyped again, guys. I don't know about you two, but I am re-hyped. Rockstar went ahead and revitalized my down and doubts about the Heists, and what do you guys think so far?
I'm blown away. I did not think it was going to be like that.
Yep.
Like, just from the initial trailer.
They definitely put the haters in their place, especially with the first line.
The first line was beautiful, whatever Lester said. Like, we know you've been complaining, but you weren't ready. That was like Rockstar sticking up the middle finger and saying, like, watch what the next minutes are going to be about, and you'll stop complaining. So
yeah, it's funny, though, because, like, as great as it is and as hyped as everybody is, they did kind of like go back in their word when they said for next gen that the first update would be the Heist. Obviously, the first update or DLC was the Christmas stuff, which we'll talk later. But I mean, even like, I don't even care at this point. There's the Hydra, there's the Hunter, there's a freaking Navy airship or helicarrier, like
APC tank.
Like, what more can you
the
want?
Karen Rebel with an anti-air gun on the bed.
That
like,
was ridiculous.
Like, what the heck?
Even like the small things that like went unnoticed, like just the Heist,
like the gloves.
Yeah, gloves. There's like new sweaters. We have like all this new clothing. We have new masks that we're gonna look forward to. Just little things that also made huge differences. And even like the dartboard in your apartment. That's freaking huge. Maybe they're paving the way for more mini games to be released in our apartments. Just a lot of things that Rockstar can do with the Heist DLC, because this is going to be their biggest DLC of 2015.
Oh, no doubt.
Of all time.
I mean, they've never had a trailer.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, they did a trailer.
Behind this is real.
Yep, it's super real, and I know a lot of people were, doubting Heist ever coming. That was a big problem. People were like, yeah, Heists are never coming 2050. But now that we have somewhat of a range of when we'll be getting Heist, and now we have actually seen gameplay of Heist, I am right back to where I was in 2013.
Yeah, they definitely stepped their game up. I mean, they literally added everything that the community wanted for the most part, with all the Hydra, the Hunter, like I talked about. Even like the heists themselves, you can see some screenshots in the trailer that had like how much they paid And I think in one of the interviews that I think IGN had, the Rockstar developer was saying how it's not just going to be this little thing. It's going to be, they said it adds up to 20 hours of gameplay. And that's just playing the same like role.
That's if you went through it once.
Yeah. So like if you play each role and switch it up, like you're going to get like so much
hundreds
content.
of hours. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you guys think? Because this is the only like downside to it. If like all this stuff is coming into free mode,
it depends. I don't know if it's gonna happen, man. I
wonder how mad people are gonna be though, because I mean, look, if as like the way they're making them sound, I think more people are gonna be like their game time in Heists rather than in free mode. So like, I'm wondering if that's even gonna matter. But that's just like the only thing that was like the whole like question, I guess, that people were kind of asking.
I think there will be some things that will be left out. Like I highly doubt you're going to be able to put a anti-air cannon on the back of your $3,000 Karen Rebel. But I certainly think that whatever that helicopter was, whether it was like the Hunter or some Russian helicopter and the Hydra, I think that'll be in Grand Theft Auto Online. I think the mask will be there as well. Any new weapons we get. And I think some of the vehicles, because there was that one new car, like the Karen Kuruma.
Yeah, it had the armor on it.
Yeah, it had like the O-Death version. But I think the regular version, similarly to how the Dukes is on online, is an online.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like that. There just won't be the O-Death version. Too. But go ahead.
I don't know, man. I really could see them adding things into the Pegasus maybe for online, but I can't imagine you being able to add all your cars with the bulletproof windshields, like the death. I don't know what
O-Death version.
The O-Death version.
Yeah,
so like I can't imagine that in Los Santos, like adding O-Death.
Yeah, what I think might happen is like, and I'm hoping this is something like where in Heist it's not like obviously they just show the Kuruma because that's the new car, but I'm wondering if you can pretty much have like any car and you can put like armor on it. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, like just go to Los Santos Customs and slap it on any car.
Yeah, but for only the Heist, like not obviously for free
only
roam.
for Heist.
Yeah,
I thought in free roam.
Could you imagine an adder with all those armor on it? Like, gosh, that'd be nuts.
People would be invincible.
So what did you guys think of the payout system in terms of how like the leader has to upfront money, how the cut's gonna work, and how like the leader decides everything? Like, what did you think of that? Because it's really gonna require like you can't do heists with random people, otherwise you're done. You're done. Yep. You got to do it with people you trust.
Yeah. I mean, look, it looks the payout. I think the two we saw, there was one that was like a $555,000 pot. Another one was like $670,000. That's a lot of money, you know.
The leader makes a ton of money.
See. But that's the thing, yeah. So the leader,
I can't imagine how much it's gonna cost though.
Well, yeah, the percentages. It was the leader made 55, and then everybody or 50 or something like that, and everybody else made 15. But the leader, he puts the money up front for, I guess, getting, say, like the giant gun in the back of the Karen Rebel or the magnet that you saw in the cargo bob, stuff like that. Like, he has to pay for that. So, yeah, it is going to be interesting to see how that plays out because Rockstar needs to be very careful, like we've said in the past, with how much might Heist pay because with the other jobs, they don't pay a lot and people, get mad. Where this, if like, say the Heist leader just breaks even, that's not...
Yeah, what if it costs like $100,000 just to start the heist?
Well, then the leader's making like $200,000, $300,000, so that's not a bad...
Then it has to cost more because I think the way it's broken down is, like, I know that the person that's the leader of the heist has to put that initial cash to fund it. But at the same rate, you want to have that return on investment, and you want to make sure you make a little bit of more money than everyone else because you are fronting that money for having the chance of losing. But at the same rate, how much money are you actually making? Like, how much profit are you actually making?
And you also have to look at the time it's going to take to do one of these because Rockstar definitely stressed that it's not going to be like you pick up the phone and do the heist. It's like you got to do some planning.
3-4 missions.
Yeah, just to plan it out. So
yeah.
Is it worth the amount of money you're eventually going to get?
I don't know.
I mean, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, the fun factor is there.
It's going to be fun, but the thing is, like, this is what I know people are going to complain about. We are probably going to say it in the Squadcast. The fact that it's not going to be... That was my phone. It's not going to be enough money. And I say that because what's going to happen is people are going to see how long it's actually going to take to do the heist. If you guys are unaware, there's 5 total missions, right? for each heist, or 4 total missions, and there's 5 heists. So there's 4 heist preps and 1 finale for each heist. So there's 5 heists, 4 heist preps, and then 1 finale. So what happens is, in total, there's 20 missions. So how this breaks down is, just to do the finale, you have to do 4 missions just to do the finale, and that's where you get majority of your money. But that's each heist prep will pay you.
Well, hold on. That's where not the leader, he gets paid at the end once you complete everything. He only does
the finale, correct.
Everybody else gets paid after each heist prep mission.
But it's so little money. It's probably like the same amount of money you would get after doing like a rooftop rumble.
But it's interesting though, because I wonder if, because like, let's just take the ornate bank for example. Like, obviously you're robbing the bank. That makes sense that you would get money. But I'm wondering if like the heist prep missions, because from what it seemed like, say I think one of them was like he had to go to the hood and steal a car. Like, you don't make money from that. So I'm wondering if, I guess story-wise, if it's just gonna be like an ending screen, like congratulations, you passed this first mission of the heist prep. Here's 20,000, 30, 40, 50, whatever thousand amount of money there is. I wonder if it's gonna be like that, and then maybe at the end there's like a cutscene with Lester, and he's like, congratulations, you just robbed the bank. Here's whatever money, or you took down the Navy SEALs, or whatever.
It's gonna be fun to come together, like. Because if what you said, so the heist leader doesn't do any of the prep work, right?
He does the prep work, but he doesn't make money.
Okay.
He doesn't make money off each prep work. So how it breaks down is basically like, he has to front all the money for everything. So he has to front the money for you to get the new clothing. He has to front the money for you to get the new car. All that stuff for each heist prep. Whatever you need for that heist prep. Let's say you have to steal a Bugstar outfit. You need to get the materials needed to go get those Bugstar outfits.
And you can choose though. The heist leader can choose if they like what outfits you're supposed to wear, or what cars you need. Like, so it's pretty cool how they're giving you the options to do that. But
yep, I really think that's an interesting concept too. And from the heist that we've seen thus far, we know that there's going to be so far 5 heists in total, so 5 finales. But we only know what 3 of them are. We don't know what the other 2 are.
What's the 3 that we know?
The yacht one.
There's the prison break. We know that there's a Humane Labs raid. And we know that there's a Pacific Standard job.
What do we, the Humane
I think we know more than that.
Wait, hold on. So what, the Humane Labs, what is, I never heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't see the Humane Labs one.
In one of the pictures, I believe it was one where he's showing the board. There's like a random number 2, like out in the middle of nowhere. It's
but I don't think those actually confirm heist locations. I think those might be pieces.
Those are, yeah. So, okay, so on the board, when you have that map, there's 5 little stickies, right? 4 of them are heist preps. 1 of them is the mission, the finale. Get it?
Are we sure? I mean, I don't know.
No,
if we
for
know that
sure.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
The one with Lester, you mean?
Well, yeah, that's a heist. That's one heist.
That's one heist. Hold on, is that one heist? Because I thought a lot of people were speculating.
That Lester picture is the Fleega bank job / the ornate bank heist. So
I thought a lot of people were kind of saying that those 5 were, that was like, I guess before you do any heist, that's like the 5 locations of the heist that he was showing. That's not the case.
No. So in this picture, I like really analyzed the trailer the other day before the Christmas DLC came out, and I haven't even really broken down like my findings, but I'll go ahead and do that now. So basically, in that Lester picture, there were 5 stickies, right? I went ahead and went to all those locations, and all those locations are on the map right now, except number 1 and number 5. I couldn't figure out what 5 was, and everyone speculated it's a casino. So 2 is a Fleeka bank, and that's what's shown in the picture of them with the you know, those trash bags on their head, those little like brown paper bags.
Right, that's where like you can see the nose of the Kuruma.
Yeah, correct. So that is number 2. That's a Kuruma. That's where, and in the pictures that we've been provided, number 2 actually shows that the job in the trailer, it says that Kuruma, like the job is called Fleeka job Kuruma. That's what it's called. So then number 4 in the heist trailer. Do you remember when you see the hunter for the first time?
Yeah.
Number 4 on that picture is where the hunter is shown.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking at the picture now.
And you have to fight off the noose or something.
That looked like it was in the desert, right? Or near
it's kind of in the desert.
It's in the middle of nowhere. Like it's literally like it's a bridge, and then like I went to the location. There's like nothing there, but in that trailer, you see so much going on. There's so much action. I don't know why that's even happening.
So you're saying that this is still part of the ornate bank heist, right?
Yeah. So this picture is the ornate bank heist and the heist reps, from what I understand so far. So when I went to number 1, I could not figure out what it was. I found a Fleeca bank near there with the help of a user that we know named Blood Eagle, but besides that, like, I couldn't find what exactly had to do with number 1.
Here, this is my thinking behind it, because I don't know about you guys, but I'll go ahead and throw the picture up on the screen so people kind of know what we're talking about. But number 1, that's kind of in the area where your impounded cars go. So I was thinking that could be potentially, like, if this was just showing off all the locations of the heist. That makes
perfect sense. Okay, you just broke it down, because I have information that says, okay, so in the heist trailer, you can see the writing on the board, but I couldn't see it because most of it's blocked. So what I had was source the blank 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 for the Fleeca job. It's currently being looked blank 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 Little Soul Stick Up Crew and Del Piro parking lot.
Okay.
So that makes sense. If there is a parking lot or some kind of thing then that makes perfect sense, because I could not figure out for the life of me what the hell that was. So you just solved that mystery.
All right, so let's break this down though, just to sort of like clear everything up. So 1 is, I guess you started off like you just said, but then 2 is the Fleeca bank with the in the picture where they had the brown paper bat or the paper mask.
Okay, so let me really quickly. So number 1, according to the pictures in the trailer, it says observe security at the Fleeca bank on the Western Highway, then collect some equipment, and then come back to the apartment to plan the score. That's what it says for number 1.
Okay, but
that's
the numbers,
description.
that's not like the order though.
The numbers is what's shown on the map.
But that's not necessarily the order you have to go in, right? Because
I think it is, because in the one with the prison job, it's number 1, get the prison bus. Then it says park inside the prison. Then it says make your way through the prison, and then it says number 2, collect the Rorschach or whatever. And then
I just put a picture in the chat. That's the picture we're talking about, right? Well, the one's Lester.
Yeah.
But but number 5? That's the interesting part. That's like the casino. So what does that have to do?
So that's what it threw me off, because normally it would be the last step is whatever you're doing. That's
and isn't
what my
3 the ornate
was.
bank location?
Correct. That's why I was thrown off. I didn't get it.
Okay, so what is number 2? It looks like it's on the Pacific Coast Highway.
Bank.
That's the Fleeca bank. We know that.
So number 2 is the Fleeca bank. Number 1 is just some random parking lot, according to you. Like, what is it?
Well, it's where the impounded your cars go, and there's a parking garage right there as well. It's in that area.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So that's, I guess, that. And then 3 is where the ornate bank is, and then 5 is the casino area, and then 4 is the part just
with
like
the hunter in the trailer.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like,
there's so many possibilities for this. That's what's awesome. Like, it's gonna be fun the next couple of weeks and however long until Heists come out to kind of speculate, put everything together, see if we can figure this out. But yeah, man, I originally thought that, and I guess it could still be the case, but I originally thought that the picture that we still have on screen was showing off like the different heist locations potentially. Like 1 could be like the police heist where you got to go in there. Maybe 2 has something to do with the yacht. It wouldn't make
sense because
one of them would have to be the prison, and one of them would have to be the prison.
You're right. Yeah.
But that's why, like, when I saw that, I was like, God, this does not make sense. And then I figured out, because in another picture, ooh, my voice cracked. There's one that shows off like the plan. I don't know if you guys have all the pictures pulled up. Where it says like it has all the numbers. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one is the finale.
Yeah, okay.
So,
you know, what'd be cool.
Well, technically, wait. According to what I just said, that means number 5, we're doing a casino heist.
Because they didn't show all the heist locations.
Hold on. But no. If this is part of the ornate bank, so 1, we go get the information, whatever. 2, we go. I don't know why there's another bank in the ornate bank heist, but 2, whatever. We gotta go mark it out. Or get some information maybe. 3, we actually do the job. Or maybe the cops are coming after us. That's why we gotta kill them. That's part of the trailer, maybe. And then 5, we escape by going into the casino. Bam, casino's open. Rockstar.
That'd be wishful thinking.
Right?
Or bam, 5. You have to wash the money in the casino. Casino's open.
See,
Exactly.
I like
Or you know what? There's
all
horses.
the endings. Oh yeah,
Or
horses can sing.
5, you have to get the horses and ride away into the sunset.
Into Red Dead Redemption 3.
Oh, this is just getting good now.
Yeah, we were just going everywhere here. So let's go ahead and move
Figured
on
it out.
from that heist stuff. Overall, how excited are you guys in terms of just the heists?
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I think it's obviously going to be the biggest DLC to date. I think that what they said didn't bother me, like the delay and in terms of why it's not the first DLC, and also why they didn't make it on like when they said like in early 2014, because honestly this product looks much better than I imagined, and if they
For
had
sure.
put out anything less than this, knowing what they've done now, I'd be super like ugh. But I really think they went above and beyond with this, which is good. And who cares if they had to take their time? It's like, you know what, we had to wait, but
Yeah.
if it's a superior product, that's totally cool with me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
like-
those of you that don't understand why it was even delayed, they went ahead and announced that it just took a lot of time to design it and make sure it was right. And
They
as you guys
started
can
from
see
scratch a few
Well,
times.
no.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what they announced, or what the Rockstar developer said, what their issue was trying to make each person feel like they're like the
Involved.
the
Yeah,
center,
yeah.
because it's easy in single player. You're the one person, so if like you're the getaway driver, well, you can just switch characters to the guy in the action. Where online, you can't do that. So you have to have this balance of giving each person their own job, make them feel important, you know, not just some, okay, you're the getaway driver, you're gonna get paid like 1% because nobody cares, you know. You gotta have it balanced, and that's what their issue was, and I can understand that. And in today's day and age, where you see a bunch of games go or like be released and they're not ready, you know, we always complain about that. And I guess you can say Rockstar did announce this what like 6 times already, and they just keep pushing it back. But at the end of the day, like Ross said, and even looking at the trailer so far, it looks like it's gonna be a top-notch thing. Like Rockstar does not mess around when it comes to DLCs. They know what they're doing, so I really have faith in them that this is gonna be one of the best DLCs, you know, we've ever seen.
I think so as well. I think it's going to be something that's so big and that it would have been worth the wait. Like what they've, you know, enabled and all that stuff seems like it's going to be great. I mean,
Yeah.
they've really invested a lot of time into this, and I don't think that they're going to fall short at all.
Yeah, and they've listened to the community. You know, I'm sure at the beginning they didn't want to add, or they didn't plan on adding the Hydra or the Hunter or any of that stuff. But they're like, you know what, the community loves that and they want to see that. So like, you know what, let's throw it in with Heists. Like, you know, the stuff people have always wanted. They like combining it into one DLC. It's great.
I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
I think we all can agree here that it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move into the newest announcement of GTA 5 and GTA 5 Online, which is the Christmas DLC or the festive surprise or the holiday update.
Which was very, 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 very much a surprise.
Yeah, and it was very, very short-lived so far.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
the hype died really fast because there wasn't snow. I think people were like really upset with that. Like there's like
Well, I don't know why they were though, because I mean, I wasn't expecting snow like the first day the thing released, because
they didn't
like-
release snow till on the 23rd till last year.
exactly. So, I mean, I guess compared to, or like, I guess after having the whole heist trailer, like everybody getting pumped up, I guess if you kind of look at it, it might be a little bit disappointing. But like, if you take it for what it is, it's just something like Rockstar said to hold us off until early 2015, whenever that will be. That heist.
They said
drops.
this is to hold us off. They didn't say that. Did
Yeah,
They did, yeah, they
in
did.
in the Q&A, they said just while we're fixing, you know, the final touches or putting the final touches on Heist, we're gonna give you guys a little Christmas gift just to hold you off until they actually come out. And that's basically what this is doing. I mean, we got 4 new cars, which, you know, I guess are cool. Especially, well, if you have money, they are, because if you don't, then it's kind of redundant buying the Masaka or the race car editions. There's the cool Christmas stuff. They had like Christmas trees throughout the map, some places. That's pretty neat.
But a lot of
The
it was
snow-
easy. Like,
Yeah.
so I can see this being, I wouldn't say a last minute DLC, but I would say as it got closer to the next generation release, they were like, okay, this is not going to be the first DLC. We need to kind of think of something to do.
Man, you know what I've noticed is very common is that we cannot. It's come to a point where we can't even rely. We can't rely on leakers, and we can't rely on Rockstar. Like neither of those two for their word, because we have leakers saying 100% heists are coming on the 23rd, and everyone's like, yeah, everyone's jerking each other off, and then freaking Rockstar says, yeah, it's coming the first DLC. Don't you guys worry, and then they have to delay it. It's just delayed.
Can't believe anybody.
Can't believe anybody over here. We just gotta believe ourselves. Just gotta believe in ourselves.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I think it's gonna come eventually. But in terms of the Christmas DLC, I think I don't know. I've got a lot of mixed emotions from viewers and people hitting me up on Twitter. What about you guys?
There's definitely good and bad things. I think one of the pluses to this is the clothing and the mask. There's a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of people are having fun with that, you know, dressing up your character, and that's a lot of fun, like making yourself an elf and snowman pants and whatever. But, yeah, you can go ahead though.
So here's the thing, like I think people were expecting, like when we get these DLCs from Rockstar, we kind of compare them to the High Life and the the other one, the hipster one, 'cause those are like the best too. Yeah. But like this one is like the Valentine's Day. This one's like the Independence Day. It's stuff that's temporary, or for the most part, like the clothes are temporary. That's why they're all free.
Right.
And like I wasn't expecting that much. Like
I was expecting more of a theme.
Okay, I can agree with that. But they did add a lot more clothes than just the ones they did last year. So it's
and
not
tattoos.
Like, yeah,
the tattoos aren't themed at all. They're like a bunch of Asian samurai stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because like even the cars weren't like Christmas themed.
That's why I was disappointed. Like they called the rat loader Christmas, but like there's nothing Christmassy about that. And then you have the slam van, which is essentially the tow truck, and then the livery cars, which people are really split on the livery cars because there's obviously the stickers on the outside. The engine makes a little bit of noise. They're way too
expensive, man.
They're way too expensive to be nearly duplicates. I know there's some like performance features like braking and handling that are a little bit better on the race car editions, but nothing worth the full price tag of like $380,000.
Yeah. One of the other things though that they added, not really from the DLC, but you can now have 3 apartments. That's pretty cool.
That was a big
3
upgrade.
Properties.
That was. I think that's going kind of under the radar.
Yeah.
I think it's a huge thing too, because like that's something people complain about a lot about. Like like before it used to be like, oh, we don't have big enough apartments. They gave us 10-car garages. Then like, oh, we don't have big enough 10-car. We need 20. They give us 20. Now it's like 30. Yes.
Watch in a month. Like we need 40.
Yeah, we need more.
Just give them all to us.
Just give me.
We're gonna run out of apartments soon. Like eventually.
Yeah. No, they're gonna run out of cars you can store. So
that's true.
Honestly, I think with like if you separate the DLC from the update brought amazing things. The DLC was kind of lacking, and I think people were kind of just looking at the DLC like, oh, this one sucks. But if you look at the update part, yeah, there's the 3 properties. They also made trees move in the wind, which is pretty cool for just like the immersiveness, the realism. And then another big one, in settings, you can actually change your dead zone and your acceleration options. That basically, before, I don't know if you guys have played much first person, there was a terrible input lag. Basically, on your controller, I think it's your right thumbstick, 'cause that's the one that like moves side to side. You would have to pretty much go all the way to the right or left before your character started moving. There was a huge dead zone, and that's basically what it means. Like now, you can, I think, if you turn the dead zone all the way to the left, then like the slightest little movement on your controller, on your joystick, it'll move in the game. There's not much of a delay.
So like the head movement, like turning left or right.
Turning left and right, first person, when you're aiming down sight, it just makes it more fluid.
Ah, that's nice.
Easier. And although it's still 30 frames per second, so it's not as fluid as like Call of Duty, Battlefield, any other first-person shooter, but it is a lot better.
That's a nice upgrade.
That's huge because a lot of that was a big complaint why people didn't play first person. They didn't like the way it felt, and Rockstar listened. And within a couple of weeks, they already have a fix for it. So there's just little things like that they made the game, or that makes the game better. But then, like you said, people are kind of overlooking that because of the DLC being a little bit lacking. You there, Garrett?
I think Garrett's here. Is he? All right, it's just you and me, Austin.
We're having some technical difficulties here.
All right, so another thing. While Garrett's getting himself fixed, Rockstar said they were going to be adding, doing some more little things in the future, like when it does start to snow, which they've said it's going to snow
Multiple times.
Okay, Garrett timed out. Hopefully he'll be back. But but yeah, they said it's going to snow multiple times, and with that comes the ability to have. I don't want to call it a weapon, but what else is it? Snowball fights.
Snowballs.
That's so epic.
They pack a wallop or whatever.
Yeah, a wallop. That's such like a Rockstar-ism term.
Yeah.
Pack a wallop. But that's going to be really cool.
Be fun.
Yeah, I can see like getting crews together and having giant snowball fights. I think that'll be fun. And they also said they're doing little like treats, like on the important days of the holiday. So Christmas Eve, you get the firework launcher if you log in. So that's typically a day where fireworks are launched. On Christmas Day, you get the same thing. And if you go into your apartment, there's going to be a present underneath your tree. So you're going to need to look for that. And on, is it New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, the firework launcher, you can actually get those for free on those days.
Which is cool. They don't make you pay for it.
Throughout the week, though, if you don't want to wait, I guess you can buy the firework launcher, which I don't know why you would. If you don't have it, like just wait for you to get it free.
The firework launcher anymore?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's like when the firework launcher first came out, and they were like, it's only gonna be temporary. I was like, all right, well, right before they take it out, I'm gonna go buy all like the bullets, so I'm stocked up, and I'm only gonna use it on certain occasions. And then like throughout the time when it wasn't, or you couldn't buy it and couldn't refill your ammo, I was like hesitant to use it, and to this day, I don't think I've shot a firework.
I haven't either.
In the air at all.
I've been very.
Like, I saved all this stuff and I didn't even use it. Now we can buy them again, so it's like.
I think it'll be. I mean, people have fun with it. It's just like another little thing Rockstar's adding, which I do think is really cool.
Yeah. Actually, one thing we didn't talk about are the new weapons.
Oh, that's right. We completely overlooked the new weapons, which I think are one of the strong suits of this DLC. Like a lot of times, like the weapons are like a cavalry dagger, like a broken bottle. It's like, okay, I'm never going to use that. But the homing missile is so much fun. Same with the proximity mine.
I don't know. People have been saying it's overpowered.
It can be because you can sabotage an innocent person. Like if you were to just place them on the highway, you cannot see these things. They are gray and they blend into most of the gray pavement in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder actually, I never tested this, but I wonder like if you throw a proximity mine down, if
there's a delay.
If you go to like the other side of the map, if it's still gonna be there. So no sticky bombs. I think they eventually, like if you go far enough away from them, they just disappear.
Yeah, they can be. I can see how they can be overpowered because I know when I'm driving like a sports car, I'm not like examining the ground for like, oh, I hope there's not a mine here. Like,
yeah.
Hope there's not a mine in the middle of the highway in Los Angeles. But I think they did limit it because you can only hold what? Is it 5 at a time?
5, yeah. So they are, they're
limited. If you could hold 25, I could see that being an issue.
That would be ridiculous, dude. You could literally like just stockpile them on a street,
and even
nobody can get you.
And even in a sense, for the proximity mine, you're only limited to 10, right?
You mean the homing launcher?
Oh,
the
homing missile
launcher is 10. Yeah. I mean, even that. I don't know. I think the reason people think that's kind of overpowered is because it locks onto cars. I think a lot of people were expecting it just to lock onto like stuff in the air, because that's like people are comparing it to like a Stinger missile from other first-person shooter games, which only lock on air vehicles. So I don't know.
It locks onto people too, right?
Wait, what's that?
Does it lock onto people?
I don't know. I haven't tried.
That'd be so crazy.
Yeah, it's a little. I don't know, because that's actually the only thing that locks onto personal vehicles. Like in the Buzzard, like that doesn't lock onto personal vehicles. The Jet doesn't lock onto personal vehicles. Like, you can still blow them up, but it's not as easy. So maybe Rockstar might have fixed that. But one of the questions I had, why can they add that but not the railgun?
I know the railgun would be so much fun in online.
Yeah,
I mean, the railgun is. I've said the railgun is nothing more than a glorified RPG. Granted, there's no like delay time on the RPG. Like when you fire the RPG, it takes like you have to encounter lead time, but it's not that overpowered.
RPG has a bigger blast range though.
Right.
Like the other one doesn't. So I don't know. That's kind of annoying.
And they could counteract the railgun by making it really expensive. Same with the ammo.
Yeah, just
because I mean it's like futuristic
only 10
tech.
clips in it.
Yeah, so that'd be super easy.
Honestly, I don't even know how many people are going to be using the homing missile and the proximity mines that often, just because literally, like, after you use it, you have to go back to the gun store and buy ammo. So it's like it's gonna get annoying just to keep going back and forth to the gun store just to go buy ammo.
Yeah, because you have such low stock.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how the community handles it. But yeah, those are some good additions, I think.
I think it was an overall good filler DLC. Now, I would if they hadn't announced Heist and given us this, I would have been like, you know, it's like it's okay. But now that we know this was like this is just to hold you over, I'm pretty satisfied.
What they should have done was or maybe not released it, but at least made a newswire talking about the Christmas stuff or the DLC, and then like 2 days later done the Heist.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
Because then, like, people would have been like, okay, this is pretty cool, nice Christmas stuff. And then, like, 2 days later, bam, Heist. Everybody went freaking out.
I think that's what they did. I think they, like, because the hype has been real this week. It was, like, 4 or 5 days ago, it was, like, Heist. And then, like, 3 days ago, it was, like, Christmas. It's like an overload.
Yeah,
I'll take it any day. I'll take it any day than a week where they don't announce anything.
Yeah, right. So. It's two major things they announced in the week. That's a first for Rockstar.
It is. This is like one of the first times they've done this. So, but it's exciting. Do you want to move on to Speak Pipe, or do you want to try to wait for Garrett? Are we waiting for
Garrett? Yeah, I think we're gonna cut it here, and we'll be back when Garrett joins us again.
We're gonna take a quick intermission. We should do a word though. We should do a word. I think we should do Heist Life.
Heist Life. Okay.
Yeah. So spam Heist Life in the chat in the comments section if you made it this far into the video. So.
Yeah, and if you do, by the way, if you do wind up ordering a shirt, then definitely tweet that at us. Like tweet us a picture.
Oh yeah,
we're
gonna be hitting. We're gonna like. I'm gonna be retweeting, re-Instagramming, re-Facebooking.
We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff.
Yes. So
it should be exciting, but we'll be back.
And if we get enough, we might even be able to make like a fan compilation video of like
that would be cool.
That would be so sick. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, but we're gonna take a break and we'll come back when Garrett returns. All right, so we are back. Garrett is here. He's fixed. You had some internet troubles.
Yeah, my internet pooped on me. But we are going to be moving to the Speak Pipe. Austin, let him roll.
All right, so as usual, some of you guys know, most of you guys should know actually, that this is Speak Pipe. You guys submit questions. We tweet out the link, before. But anyway, we're doing another week where we have not listened to them beforehand. So
it's anonymous. No it's not anonymous Speak Pipe, but it's like anonymous to us. So
we have no idea what you guys are going to say. So hopefully these are good. Actually, the first one we have good old guest Trevor Phillips.
Oh yeah, a regular.
Let's see what he has to say.
Hi Gary Berry.
Okay.
Is that it?
That was it.
That was it. Okay.
All right. Any comments?
Oh my god. All right, Gary Berry. Next one we have is from Anonymous though.
Oh, this can only be bad.
Hey Squad, do you think they'll ever release a casino DLC? If so, what would you think they'll add into the DLC? And keep up the good work, guys. Bye.
Thanks, man. I think Rockstar recently announced on a Q&A that they're working on some new DLCs and they're open to community feedback, but they didn't say that they're actually working on the casino DLC yet. But I think if they did add a casino DLC, it would definitely add mini games like slot machines and stuff like that. What do you guys think?
I think it's eventually going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we can see the community. If the community wants something bad enough, Rockstar is willing to work with them and implement it. So, I definitely think that that's coming. Just don't know when.
Yep, I agree with you.
Moving on.
Moving on though. Next question from this is Anonymous again.
I would like to know what cars you want the vinyls on.
All right, that is a good question. I actually talked about this in a video I did a few days ago. You guys might have mentioned it as well. Because the stock cars in single player, I was like, whoa, that's really cool. You know how they have vinyls on those 4 muscle cars. And then obviously they added them to the Jester and the Massacro. I don't know. I think the muscle cars would look good. Like I said, the Dukes would look amazing with vinyls.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really good addition having vinyls on Dukes. Even like the Stallion, maybe. I'm not even sure.
Well, that's already. Well, that's in single player.
But if they had it online.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously the ones they have in single player, I would love to see online. I think he's talking about like different cars.
Yeah, different cars you'd like to see with vinyls, like ones that don't have them right now.
I don't know. I mean, I'd want to. I mean, obviously, I've been advocating for a while that I want to see the system that was in Midnight Club, LA, way back in the day, where like you can put vinyls and whatever, like you can actually customize it on cars. I don't know if we'll ever see that though. I mean,
if you could have vinyl, like car wraps.
Yeah, like what was on the like the library.
Yeah, the stuff that was
would,
on the Jester and the Massacre that you just saw.
Yeah, I would want to see it like on all cars, man. Like if you could have vinyls on like.
The only problem would be designing them because the
thing is, what we could do is just use Social Club. Like just have a Social Club like place like in your freaking Los Santos. You can go to Social Club and you can just like look at different sticker bombs or vinyls that people did.
What you could do, you take the Social Club, the crew emblem thing, add onto that where like you can make vinyls on there, and then like it's an option once you go and sing or into the thing, it's like buy vinyl or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, ideally all cars, right? That'd
be the best.
It'd be really cool.
Would be the best. Yep. And then I guess finally moving on into the last question, we have Justin.
Hey squad, it's me, Justin again from way back when, and I just had a question on what do you think the future of GTA is going to be like? Because the game is mostly just grinding for money, and they keep knocking down the prices. Well, at least that's what they did for like the older gen consoles, and that just made me want to stop playing it because it was so hard to make money. So I just wanted to know what you guys thought on how. Like, how old do you think it's going to get and how fast? Thank you for using my question. Have a good day. Also, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays.
What a great guy.
I know.
Thanks,
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you and to everyone listening.
Yeah, because the last... Oh, no, never mind. No, it is.
Me personally, I think heists are going to be a huge help with that. I think that the days of grinding Rooftop Rumble and your insert various Martin Madrazo mission here are over. I think heists are going to be a huge part of that. I think that because, like I said, there's like Garrett and Austin have been saying, we've been saying the whole time, there's going to be so much prep work that a heist mission isn't going to be over in like 20 minutes. It might be over in an hour and 20 minutes, and that's like, well, that's a good gaming session right there. So I think heists are going to be a huge help with that.
Yeah, and see the problem lies within the jobs we have now. They're just not fun.
That's
and
very
heists
true.
Are going to fix that. Like even if I would almost go as far as to say, like, if the jobs we have now, if they were fun, I don't know what that, like, entails, but if they were fun, then people, I don't think, would be as mad as only getting $20,000, whatever the payout is now. But like you said, yeah, heist, that's going to be huge, you know. The payout, I think there's going to be some controversy around that regardless of what it is, but at the core of it, it's going to be fun. So you're going to have a good time playing for an hour or so with your friends to get $600,000 or whatever $100,000 and then obviously split it. So yeah, that the future for the next, I would say, like 6 months is going to be great. Now there's probably going to be a point when like people are going to just be grinding heists and be like, oh, heists are boring. You know, maybe Rockstar releases some more heists, or I don't know,
or slot machines,
or casinos. Exactly,
a mindless way to lose or earn your money.
Yeah, they said, like Garrett said in the Q&A that they had, they mentioned there was a question about animals, there was a question about the casino and gambling, all that. They're looking at our feedback. So what the community wants, they're going to add, and that's what's great, because now that next gen and PC is going to be here soon, they can get that stuff out the way and have everybody focus on future DLCs and you know, improving the game. So I think it's definitely going to be a lot better. Like this next year, I think is going to be a lot funner, more fun. I don't know if there's that than the previous year, just because for the last couple months it has been a drag in GTA. So that's my opinion.
All right. Well, I agree. I think that this game can last a very long time if done correctly. I think Rockstar has a plan similar to how Destiny has their 10-year plan. I'm sure Rockstar has their own plan of their own for however many years they want this to last, especially moving into PC now. from you know, the consoles that they have conquered already. We're gonna see how they take PC with the storm.
Yep. So it's gonna be exciting times.
Yep, I definitely do think so. But with all that said, you guys want to wrap up the Squadcast?
Let's do it.
Yep.
So if you guys do remember, in the beginning of the Squadcast, we did have the announcement of our Heist Life t-shirts. You guys can find the link down in the description. If you watched it all the way to the end, you are clearly a hardcore supporter of the Squadcast, and we highly recommend you do buy one, support the squad, and the future shirts we do want to create, and we do love the design we put together for that shirt. Overall, thank you guys so much for watching episode 41. Check out everyone's channel down in the description. Leave this video a like if you have not done so already, and we will see you guys next week with another Squadcast every Saturday, or tomorrow with our daily GTA 5 uploads. Later, guys.
See ya.
Peace.